Have you ever met someone who seems completely calm, confident, and productive, yet they casually admit they do not shower every single day? Did it ever make you pause and wonder whether this is laziness, rebellion, stress, or something much deeper happening inside the mind? What if something as ordinary as skipping a daily shower could reveal hidden patterns about personality, mood, routine, and even emotional well-being? And what if the truth is far more psychological and human than most people imagine? Tonight, we are going to explore the psychology of people who do not shower every day, and by the end of this video, you may never judge this habit in the same way again. The first principle: routine reflects the mind. The first thing to understand is that daily habits often mirror what is happening inside a person's mind. Imagine two people waking up in the morning. One person jumps out of bed, follows the same routine every day, showers, dresses, and starts the day with structure. The other person stays in bed a little longer, moves more slowly, and does not always feel the need to shower immediately. This difference is not always about hygiene alone. Psychologically, routines are deeply connected to how a person organizes their life and mental energy. People who do not shower every day may simply have a different relationship with routine. Some people are highly structured, while others are more flexible and spontaneous. Their mind may not depend on rituals to feel in control. For them, skipping a shower one day does not feel like breaking order, because their sense of order comes from somewhere else. Maybe it comes from work, creativity, or family responsibilities. In many cases, this behavior reflects personality style more than carelessness. The second principle: stress and emotional exhaustion. Sometimes the reason is much deeper and more emotional. Imagine someone who has had a mentally draining week filled with work pressure, emotional conflict, and lack of sleep. By the time they come home, even small tasks begin to feel heavy. Taking a shower, which normally seems simple, can suddenly feel like one more demand placed on an exhausted mind. Psychologically, stress reduces motivation for routine self-care behaviors. The brain starts prioritizing survival and comfort over rituals. This is why emotionally overwhelmed people may skip grooming tasks, not because they do not care, but because their mental energy is already depleted. Think of the brain like a battery. When it is fully charged, small habits feel easy. When it is drained, even basic tasks can feel like effort. This is especially true during periods of burnout, sadness, or anxiety. The behavior on the outside may seem simple, but the inner cause can be emotional fatigue. The third principle: personal beliefs and comfort zones. Another major reason is personal belief systems. Some people genuinely do not believe that showering every day is necessary. They may have grown up in households where bathing habits were different. They may believe showering every other day is healthier for the skin or hair. Psychologically, humans create habits based on what feels normal within their environment. What one person sees as essential, another may see as optional. Imagine someone raised in a home where daily showers were never emphasized. To them, not showering every day feels completely natural. This is not psychological neglect, but learned normalization. The mind builds comfort around repeated family behaviors. Over time, those behaviors become identity and personal standards. People often defend these habits because they feel aligned with their internal sense of normalcy. The fourth principle: depression and low motivation. Now we need to talk about something more serious and psychologically important. Sometimes avoiding daily showers can be linked to low mood or depression. Imagine a person who used to be active, social, and highly organized, but over time begins losing interest in basic self-care. They stop enjoying activities they once loved, they sleep more, they isolate themselves, and then small tasks like showering begin to feel emotionally distant. Psychologically, depression often reduces motivation, pleasure, and the ability to initiate action. The person may know they should shower, but their mind and body feel disconnected from the task. This is not about laziness. This is about a mental state that makes normal life functions feel unusually difficult. For many people, skipped hygiene habits can become an early visible sign of emotional struggle. This is why judgment should always be replaced with empathy and curiosity. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel, and be sure to press the bell icon so you get a notification for every new video. If you have any questions, be sure to let me know in the comments below. The fifth principle, rebellion against social expectations. For some people, the behavior is actually psychological independence. Imagine someone who strongly dislikes being told how life should be lived. Society says you should shower every day, so part of them pushes back against that expectation. Psychologically, some personalities are more resistant to social norms. They value autonomy and personal freedom above conformity. For these individuals, habits are chosen based on personal logic rather than social approval. Skipping a daily shower may represent a subtle form of independence. It is not always conscious rebellion, but sometimes it reflects a deeper psychological trait of resisting imposed routines. These people often think, if I feel clean, why should I follow a rule just because everyone else does? Their behavior becomes an expression of personal agency. The sixth principle, comfort and reward psychology. The human brain naturally seeks comfort and avoids unnecessary effort. Imagine someone returning home late at night, already exhausted, lying down and thinking, I'll shower tomorrow morning instead. In that moment, the brain chooses immediate comfort over delayed reward. Psychologically, this is linked to something called present bias, where the mind values what feels good now more than what benefits you later. The comfort of rest wins against the effort of movement. This is not unusual at all. The brain is wired to conserve energy whenever possible. This same psychology explains procrastination, skipped workouts, and delayed chores. Showering becomes another task competing against comfort. Sometimes the decision has nothing to do with deeper emotion and everything to do with immediate convenience. The seventh principle, lifestyle and environment. Sometimes the answer is incredibly practical rather than deeply emotional. A person working from home may not feel the same need for a daily shower as someone commuting and meeting people face to face. Imagine a freelance designer working alone from their bedroom office. Their day involves minimal physical activity and almost no social contact. Psychologically, behavior adapts to environment. Humans naturally adjust routines based on context. If there is less external pressure, the brain reduces the urgency of certain habits. The same person may shower daily during busy social weeks and less frequently during isolated periods. This reflects environmental adaptation rather than personality flaw. The eighth principle, self-perception and identity. One of the most fascinating psychological reasons is identity. People behave according to how they see themselves. If someone views themselves as naturally clean, organized, and presentable, they may maintain routines consistently. If another person sees themselves as relaxed, unconventional, or low maintenance, their habits may follow that identity. Psychologically, self-image strongly shapes daily choices. Behavior often supports identity rather than logic alone. This is why two people with the same schedule may make completely different choices. Their internal story about who they are influences how they act. Now think about this deeply. What if the question is not simply why someone does not shower every day, but what that behavior reveals about their emotional state, environment, personality, and self-beliefs? Sometimes it means nothing serious at all. Sometimes it reflects comfort, routine style, or personal preference. And sometimes it may quietly point towards stress, sadness, or exhaustion. Human behavior is rarely as simple as it looks from the outside. The psychology behind everyday habits often tells a much bigger story about the mind. So before judging a behavior, it is always wiser to ask what inner world might be creating it. Stay tuned for the next video and we'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care.